Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is finally going to be my 9 in 2019 Project Pan check-in video. So I'm going to go through the 9 products that I picked out for my Project Pan, share my updates on them, and yeah, give you my thoughts on how it's going as I'm trying to use these up throughout the year. I'll have my kickoff video linked down below if you missed that one back in January, but if you want to see my progress on this, why don't we go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so first up I have a foundation. So the foundation that I chose out was this one here from Lancome. This is the Teint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation. The shade that I chose was the Bisque Cool because I can wear it in the colder months when I have less of a tan, and I can also mix it in with one of my darker shades of this foundation as I'm kind of like slowly working my way up to a tan. So I thought it would be a good one since I do have multiple shades in this foundation. I feel like I'm doing pretty well on this one. I will try to insert the clip here from January. That was going to be how I tried to do my Project Pan this time around, but I still feel like I'm doing pretty well. You can see some separation in the foundation tube here, so if I glance at it, I think I'm around to like where it says tint. I think that's kind of where I'm at with the foundation, but I do wear this one quite a bit. I did a video talking about my #1 most used products in each category, and this was the foundation that I wore. It's just one of my favorites. I reach for it quite a bit. When I need like a really good long wearing foundation, I reach for the Lancome over and over again. So still one of my favorite foundations. I think that I'm making pretty good progress on this one, and I'm pretty happy with that. I also did choose out a concealer. This one is from Kevyn Aucoin. This is the Supernatural Concealer, and my shade is in Light. So this is what my progress is looking like at the moment, and I think that I'm doing a pretty good job. Again, I do go for this one quite a bit. I also noticed there is like a little dent in here as well. So obviously I have like quite a bit gone from here, and then I'm starting to get like the scrapings on the side. So I feel like I'm doing pretty good with this one. It's a really nice full coverage option. It is a really good concealer. I talk about it quite a bit on my channel, and yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good on this one too. All right, this next one is the big moment. This is the big kahuna here. If you've caught some of my previous videos, you probably already know what we're going to talk about, but this one's pretty exciting to me because this doesn't happen very often. This is my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Powder. I have the shade 2 Medium, and I have hit pan on it. I did it. I do not hit pan on a lot of products in general, powder products. Like, it's just not, I just don't go through products a lot. I am super light-handed when it comes to my makeup. I pretty much always have been, but I also do have a fairly larger collection, you know, so sometimes it's just harder for me to pan products, but it's really why I like to do these project pans, is to try to focus on some, and I sure did hit pan here. It happened about a month ago, because I was actually at my girlfriend's house for her bachelorette party, and I can remember it happening, and I was like, oh my gosh. And none of my friends were like, oh girl, I can't believe that. Like, they didn't really understand what was going on. I was like, I'll tell the internet. They'll understand, you know? So yeah, that's a pretty big deal to me. I have hit pan in the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Powder. I will say, you know, this is a very expensive powder. I think it's like, what, $45 maybe? It's very expensive, and I'm really surprised that I hit pan on this because yes, I do reach for it quite a bit because it's nice and lightweight, but I still reach for a lot of other powders as well, pressed powders, loose powders, etc. So a lot of people told me when I chose to pick this for my Project Pan that I would probably hit pan on it, if not use it all the way up, because it's just such a, I don't know, thin formula, soft formula, I'm not really sure, but I bought this because I've seen so many people go through entire ones of these that I thought, wow, they must really love it. But since I've already hit pan on it myself, and every time I use it, the pan does get bigger, I can see myself using this entire thing in 2019, which is great. But do I want to repurchase such a pricey product if I'm going to go through it so quickly? Because there's other powders that I think are just as good, and they're, you know, $10 from the drugstore. So I don't know, there's that. But for the sake of this video, boom, shakalaka, hit pan. Next up I have the bronzer. I wanted to see if I could hit pan in my Balm Take Home the Bronze Contour. This one is in Oscar, but it's now called Oliver. So I haven't hit pan in it yet, but I still feel like I'm making good progress on it. It is the contour that I have on today. I use it really, really frequently. I still feel like I can probably hit pan on this sometime this year. I mean, it's only, as I'm filming this, it's still March. As this video goes up, I think it'll still be March. I'm starting the pre-filming process because we start moving soon. We close on our new house the 25th, and then the moving process really kicks in. So lots of videos to film, lots to do here, but I do feel like I should be able, just because of how often I use this one. It's definitely my go-to contour shade at the moment. So that is the one from TheBalm. And then I also did choose out an eyeshadow palette. This one is from Dose of Colors. This is Marvelous Mauves. I did not choose an eyeshadow palette to put into my project pan last year because that was just like really daunting to me, but I thought I could switch it up this year. You know, I'm only doing 9 instead of last year. I did 18 in 2018, and I just did not want to take on 19 products. That just seemed like a lot. So I had a few suggestions to do 9, and I thought that was a good idea. I just chose one shade out of here that I want to hit pan on, and it is this second shade right here. This is the one that I really want to focus on, and it does have quite a dip in it. I don't know if you can see the best on camera, and I'll be doing some close-up shots also, but it does have quite a dip on it. And again, I mean, this is one of my most used palettes. This is my most traveled with eyeshadow palette. I take it everywhere I go. Every time I go out of town, it always comes with me. And definitely the second shade is my most used shade out of this palette. I mean, for sure. So I think that I can do it. I think I can hit pan on that second one. I think I can. I think I can. I did choose out another highlight. Highlight is another one that's really hard for me to hit pan on because you have to use like such a small amount of highlight. But I wanted to choose out one from Colourpop because I do seem to pan their Super Shock products fairly quickly. I've hit pan in their eyeshadows, I've hit pan with their blushes, so I thought that I would pull out the Flexitarian highlight. This is also one of my favorite highlights. I do wear it quite often, and this is what it's looking like right now. I don't feel like I've made a ton of progress. Honestly, I've found so many good highlighters that I love so much. I still reach for Flexitarian at least once a week. I still reach for it, but I could probably amp it up a little bit more. I might throw it into maybe one of like my shop my stash videos at one point, just to try to get a little bit more going on it. But I do like it, but you also need such a small amount because it's a very blinding highlight at the same time. So not only do you not need a lot of highlight product just in general, but this is also very wow. So that's how I'm doing on Flexitarian. And then this one is my Pixi Hydrating Milky Mist. I did mark the line of where I started with on the project, so you can see that I've made pretty good progress on this one. I'm continually remembering to throw it into my travel bag when I go out of town. I really like to spray my face with this in the morning and just kind of boost up the skin a little bit. It has hyaluronic acid in it and also black oat, and I just think my skin looks really nice and just like it feels prepped and ready to go in the mornings. So I especially love taking this one traveling with me, just to get everything ready in the morning if it got, you know, busy, you gotta run out the door and such. So I feel like I'm making pretty good progress on this. I could totally see myself using this up this year. And then finally I have my lip products. Lip products are definitely really hard for me to go through because lipsticks are definitely where one of my weaknesses is, I'm still struggling with a cold, obviously, if you can't hear it in my voice. So it's definitely hard for me to go through lipsticks. I chose a full size, and then I also chose a mini just to try to make it a little bit easier on me, and I haven't done great on either of these. I know that I've worn Slow Burn from Marc Jacobs a couple of times here, so this is what my Slow Burn is looking like right now. I know I've worn it a couple times, but I could probably do a better job of like throwing it into my clutch and just like wearing it on nights out and touching up, especially since it is a mini. It's so small, it can really fit anywhere that I'm going. So I need to do a little bit better on the one from Marc Jacobs. And I know I haven't been doing great on my HoneyLove, but I also do know why. Since we have been in the process of moving, I have a bunch of makeup stored in my bathroom closet, but I still have one of my containers of lipsticks here on my desk next to me. And a lot of times when I'm getting ready, I'm going into that container over and over and over again. Not only does it have some of my favorite lipsticks in there, but it's just close and easy. I don't have to get up and walk across the house, you know, woo, to go to my lipsticks, but that's where my MAC lipsticks currently are in the bathroom. So I know that's why I haven't been reaching for them as much. Again, I should really just remember to put this into my purse or into my clutch because I do really enjoy the shade HoneyLove. I think it's a really beautiful nude. So I need to do a little bit better on that, but I know things will kind of settle down again once this move is completed and we're officially moved in and, you know, unpacked and things are starting up again. So I'm not really too concerned with my progress on the lipsticks. I know they're kind of slow going, but I can see myself, you know, doing better as everything starts to settle down and such. So I feel like this was a really different like Project Pan update for me because I remember doing the updates last year and just being like, I'm not making any progress. What am I gonna do? Like it was the most dramatic thing ever. And this time I'm like, no, I'm pretty good. I think I got this. Like even the products that maybe I'm not doing, like I haven't hit pan on yet or I haven't seen a huge progress yet, I'm like, no, I got this. It's fine. So I don't know, that's kind of fun. But yeah, I mean, other than that, that's it for today's video. That's the progress that I've been doing on the 9 products that I chose to try to pan or use up or just go through as much as I can in 2019. You'll have to let me know your thoughts down below. Are you guys doing a year-long project pan, or do you have any sort of project pan started at this moment, and how are you doing? But I hope you enjoyed seeing these updates. Let me know what you thought. But as always, if you guys did enjoy this video, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you'll also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.